Welcome, everybody. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to ace your A1 German verbs in just 10 minutes. Maybe you are overwhelmed about your exam and how to master all of these verbs, the verb positions, and even the cases. And that is why we're going to learn all the verbs categorically. Focus. Now, for the first list of verbs, we're going to look at the direct object, which is your accusative case. Remember, you have to change the masculine nouns article from der to den and from ein to einen. Now consider this example. Bekommen, to receive. Ich bekomme ein Paket. I receive a package. Why ein Paket? Because it is neutral noun. The word Paket is das Paket, and that's why. Focus. Ich is the subject of your sentence. Bekommen is the verb, and ein Paket is object and a neutral noun. Moving on to the next example. Schreiben, to write. Ich schreibe einen Brief. I write a letter. In this example, brief is a masculine noun, and that's why we have einen Brief, whereas in the previous example, the object was ein Paket. Sprechen, to speak. Ich spreche viele Sprachen. I speak many languages. Sprachen is also a plural noun. Ergänzen, to fill up. Ergänzen Sie die Verben. Fill in the verbs. Same logic. Sie is the subject, die Verben is the direct object, also plural. Ergänzen is the verb. So, ergänzen Sie die Verben. Lesen, to read. Ich lese die Zeitung. I read the newspaper. The object is a feminine noun. The next set of verbs. Here, we are going to focus on the dative object. Remember, ich, mir, du, dir, sie, ihnen. These are the subject and dative pronouns respectively, nominative and dative. Moving on to the example. Geben, to give. Ich gebe dir eine Dose Cola. I give you a can of cola. Ich is the subject of the sentence. Dir is the direct object because geben is a dative verb. So, ich gebe dir eine Dose. Erklären, to explain. Erklären Sie mir bitte die Grammatik. Please explain me the grammar. Again, Sie is the subject. Mir is the dative pronoun. So, Sie and mir. You explain me. Erklären Sie mir. Schicken, to send. Schicken Sie mir eine E-Mail. Send me an email. The same logic. Sie is the subject. Mir is the dative pronoun because you're telling that person to send this to you. So mir becomes the dative object of the sentence. Helfen, to help. Helfen Sie mir bitte. Antworten, to reply. Antworten Sie mir bald. Reply back soon. Sagen, to say. Sagen Sie mir Bescheid. Let me know. Now let's move on to another set of verbs. I call them obvious accusative verbs for a reason. You will know why. Sehen, to see. Ich sehe einen Film. I am watching a film. Now, why I call them obvious is because whatever you do with your face, pretty much, you can feel and see that there is a direct object on the other side, which has to be accusative case. So, what I see is the direct object of my sentence. So, it demands accusative article. In this case, it's a masculine noun, their film, so it becomes einen Film. Ich riechen, to smell. Ich rieche die Pizza. I smell the pizza. Essen, to eat. Ich esse ein Eis. I'm eating an ice candy. Trinken, to drink. Ich trinke den Kaffee. I drink the coffee. Hören, to hear. Ich höre gerne Musik. I love listening to music. Let us move on to the next set of verbs. I call them travel verbs or Movement verbs, anytime you travel or move from one place to the other, you have to remember to add a preposition without which the sentence will not be complete. Reisen, to travel. Ich reise im Sommer nach Paris. I'm traveling to Paris in the summer. Gehen, to go. Ich gehe am Morgen zur Schule. I go to the school in the morning. Fahren, to drive. Ich fahre mit dem Bus zum Büro. I travel to office by bus. Kommen, to come. Ich komme aus Deutschland. I come from Germany. Fliegen, to fly. Ich fliege nach Berlin. I am flying to Berlin. Moving on to the next set of verbs. I call them position verbs because they are used to talk about the location or position. And also remember, here we're going to look at the accusative case, and the question would be wohin, because someone is going to put these objects in a certain. Stellen, to keep in standing position. Ich stelle die Bücher ins Regal. I keep the books in the shelf. Now look at the sentence. I am keeping the books in the shelf. So wherever I am keeping is what I am going to write according to accusative case, because there is a movement happening towards that location, which is the shelf in this sentence. So in plus das Regal, also in accusative object case, ins Regal, because I am keeping it there, so the book has not yet reached its final location. Another example, a similar situation, legen, to keep in lying position. Ich lege das Handy auf den Tisch. I keep the phone on the table. Now focus. Auf plus accusative object, den, auf den Tisch. Again, accusative case. Setzen, to be seated or keep in a sitting position. Setzen Sie sich auf das Sofa. Be seated on the sofa. Hängen, to hang. Ich hänge den Kalender an die Wand. I hang the calendar on the wall. Now, if I have to ask the question in German, I would say, wohin hänge ich den Kalender? Not wo, because I am putting it to the wall, so there is a movement happening there. Moving on to the next list. Again, position verbs, but this time it's dative case. Why? Because we're talking about a static location where the objects are currently in. The first example, stehen, to be in standing position. Das Buch steht im Regal. The book is on the shelf. Im Regal is in plus dem in dative case. Liegen, to be in lying position. Das Handy liegt auf dem Tisch. The mobile lies on the table. Again dative. Auf dem. Next, hängen, to be in a hanging position. Die Uhr hängt an der Wand. Again, an plus female dative is der. So an der Wand. The clock is hanging on the wall. Sitzen, to be in a sitting position. Das Mädchen sitzt alleine. The girl is sitting alone. Moving on to the next set of verbs. I call them special verbs for a special reason. You will see why. Our first example is sein. Always takes nominative case because sein is used only to describe about the subject or to talk and give information about the subject. Here, the example is Das Auto ist neu. The car is new. There is no object here. There's only subject and information about the subject. In this situation, the car is new. Das Auto ist neu. Next example, heißen, also always nominative case for the same reason. Heißen is also used to talk about the subject's name. There is nothing else that you can do with this verb. So there is not going to be an object. So it will always take nominative case. Here is the example. Das Tier heißt der Hund. The animal is called the dog. Next example, very important. Haben always takes accusative case. Haben means to have. Ich habe einen Laptop. I have a laptop. Why does haben always take accusative case? It's because always someone has something. So there will be a direct object. So you can expect the accusative case already. Moving on to the next set of verbs, modal verbs. First one, wollen, to want. Ich will ins Kino gehen. I want to go to the cinema. Remember to use the infinitive verb in the last position. Only the modal verb gets conjugated. Next example, können, to be able or can. Ich kann die Gitarre spielen. I can play the guitar. But if you say ich kann spielen die Gitarre, that's the wrong word order in German. Remember to say ich kann die Gitarre spielen. Next verb, müssen, must or have to. Ich muss zum Arzt gehen. I have to go to the doctor. Dürfen, may or allowed to. Darf ich hereinkommen? May I come in? Mögen, to like. Ich mag tanzen. I like dancing. Next set of verbs, trennbare Verben. In English, separable verbs. A list of trennbare Verben. Mitkommen, Fernsehen, abholen, anrufen, aufstehen, anfangen, einkaufen. Let's take one example at a time. Mitkommen, to come along. Remember, the prefix gets separated and goes to the last of the sentence. That is why it's called separable verb. So, the example is, meine Freundin kommt zur Party mit. My friend is coming along to the party. And not, meine Freundin mitkommt. No, you have to separate the mit and put it in the last position. Next example, Fernsehen, to watch TV. Ich sehe gerne fern. I love watching TV. Abholen, to pick up. Ich hole meine Tochter von der Schule ab. I pick up my daughter from the school. Anrufen, to call over the phone. Ich rufe meine Mutter an. I call my mother. Aufstehen, to get up. Ich stehe 6 Uhr auf. I get up at 6 a.m. Anfangen, to begin. Meine Schule fängt 8 Uhr an. My school begins at 8 a.m. Einkaufen, to buy. Ich kaufe viele Schokoladen ein. I buy a lot of chocolates. Also, next set of verbs, nicht trennbare Verben. These are inseparable verbs, but they look like separable verbs. For example, vergessen, to forget. Ich vergesse meine Hausaufgaben. I forget my homework and do not separate them. Bekommen, to receive. Ich bekomme heute mein Ergebnis. I receive my results today. Entschuldigen, to excuse. Ich entschuldige mich für den Fehler. Verstehen, to understand. Ich verstehe das nicht. I don't understand that. Next set of verbs, hobby verbs. Easy to remember. Tanzen, to dance. Why don't you try your own sentence now? Maybe you can add an adverb like gerne. Ich tanze gerne. I love to dance. Singen. Fotografieren. Recherchieren. Schwimmen. Skifahren. Radfahren. Fußball spielen. Musik hören. Malen. And that's it.